Hey, I'm Mike.
Hey, I'm Chris.
This is Mike and Chris Reloaded.
And we're back.
After taking a week off because
Yeah.
I was lazy.
That's all right. Things happen. We have personal lives too, so.
Yes, I've been really busy lately, man. I can't even get to my Madden game.
What?
Yeah, I've just been busy.
You're fired.
I know. Damn it. I like my job.
I actually have. I had a little bit of a break between school, so I actually filled it quite nicely.
Yeah, you watched American Horror Story.
I watched American, and I'm already on episode 7 of Coven.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Coven's better, I think, than
good.
Asylum.
I was Murder House was pretty good. Had a little bittersweet ending, but it was good. Asylum was good. It was a little confusing. I was trying to see where everything fit, and then at the very end, when they went and kind of like almost like a narrative thing to explain everything, it's like, huh? It was kind of just like anticlimactic. It was like,
yeah,
really? That's all you got?
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I didn't care for Asylum too much.
I mean, the gore factor on it was, it was up there and everything else, but it was just like, and I know you saw my post on Facebook. It's like, they should have called it "Woman Trying to Escape an Asylum" with a little bit of sci-fi and horror mixed in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's but I guess the title would have been too long for American Horror Story.
It was Roanoke and Asylum were my least favorite two of the.
So far, Coven's been pretty good. I mean, not too bad. It looked like it was directed by George Romero, but
yeah,
with all the zombies in it. Spoilers. So, and if you haven't watched it yet, you've been living in a rock like me. So
I was gonna say like you.
Yeah. But I did also have time to take a break from that, and I binge watch the new season of Glow.
I'm on episode 7 of Glow.
It's pretty good. It's a little more, to me, it seems like it's a little more serious and dramatic this go around.
It is. Less humor and more drama.
Yeah, which is fine. I like it. I do. I did like the last season where they kind of introduced everybody and everything else, and they went through, and it was a little more comical. But this time, it's a more serious tone to it.
Yeah.
But I guess it gives you the representation of what people have to go through.
Less TNA too.
There's a tiny bit, nothing bad. Yeah. Which, if the show is good enough, you don't really need it.
Yeah, you don't need it. It's kind of a, why did you put that in there? You just put it in there to put it in there type thing.
Fan service.
Yeah.
But no, I really liked it. The second season, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good so far. Not too bad. Well, let's jump into the news for the last few weeks. I'll start off with Quentin Tarantino this is a little older news, but
Star Trek.
Yeah, doing a new Star Trek, and he's keeping the original, the reboot cast, not the original cast, but
with the exception of Anton Yelchin.
Yeah, which I don't know what they're gonna do about that.
I don't know if they're gonna recast him or what. I'm just curious.
I would hope they just write him off or something.
Yeah.
Because wasn't he like up for promotion or something in the?
I think so. Yeah. At the end, they said they were going to do something with him, like promotion. So maybe they'll do that. Just send him off somewhere else.
Yeah. So that's my hope. And what's his name? Sir Patrick Stewart. I gotta say Sir Patrick Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Says that he is going to be reprising the role of Jean-Luc Picard. He didn't give the details of what or where or when or nothing. He just said he's going to be reprising the role of Jean-Luc Picard.
See, I've heard that, and I also heard a lot of rumor mill about their talking about bringing new Next Generation back again.
Yep.
I don't know how they would do it. I mean, all these guys are way up there now.
Yeah, I know. Brent
Spiner.
No, who plays number one? I can't remember.
Jonathan Frakes.
Jonathan Frakes. That's it.
Yeah.
He doesn't look so good.
No, all of them are. Well, heck, I think Sir Patrick Stewart's like he's
70,
mid 70s.
Yeah, he's 70 something.
Yeah, so he's not a spring chicken either. So
no, Yeah, I think he's 71. I think I googled this the other day because I had the same questions of if they're bringing back the Generation cast, how old are these guys?
Really?
But what's his name? The original Captain Kirk. William Shatner. Yeah, he's in his 80s.
Yeah.
And he's still acting up a storm.
Well, look at Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks is what, in his mid-90s?
And he's doing cartwheels.
Yeah. So I'm hoping he stays alive long enough to do a sequel to Spaceballs. So
Yeah, they're doing it. They're working on it.
hopefully. Sony.
The bastards.
I know. They obtained the rights to a character named Silk. Did you see this?
No.
Silk is another character in Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, I guess you can call it.
Okay.
She's actually of Korean descent. Her name is Cindy Moon. But how the story goes is the spider that bit Peter Parker in the hand.
Yeah.
I guess after it bit him, it jumped off. He jumped off and he couldn't find it. Well, right before the spider died, it actually bit her on the ankle before the spider died, so she gained some of the powers too. But they I guess they gained the rights to. They never had the rights to because Sony owns a lot of rights to a lot of Spider-Man Spider-Verse characters.
Right.
The what is it? The black and white Silver Sable and black or Silver Sable and
I don't know.
Black. Not Black. I keep saying Black Panther, but Black Cat.
Black Cat. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Also, of course, Venom, Spider-Man, everything else. But they also own the rights to the Sinister Six. A lot of those characters in the Spider-Verse. But anyway, their plan is to go forward with creating the first,
Black Silk movie.
That's just her name was Silk, but she's actually Korean, so you're looking at a little ethnic diversity. You know what I'm saying? And someone different. But, being a Korean descent, you know what I'm saying, that opens it up for a lot of, just a lot of like the way, if you watch some of the movies, like the Korean movies or the Kung Fu movies, the martial arts movies, how these guys act and everything else, that opens it up for just a fantastic, acrobatic movie whatsoever. Even though Tom Holland is actually he's an actual gymnast.
Yeah, I know he is. I've seen him do cartwheels and shit.
Yeah, he's an actual real gymnast. He does a lot of those flips and stuff himself.
He's also a spoiler.
He is a spoiler, which leads up to my next thing. And of course, you know what this is.
Yes.
Apparently, he was at a Comic-Con I don't even remember where now, and supposedly he leaked the title for the new Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
Which is
I don't remember.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, that's right. Far From Home.
Yeah. So now I know Marvel and Tom Holland have had this thing going where supposedly he gives away stuff, quote unquote, but he doesn't really give it away, but he does give it away on purpose, or I don't know. Maybe it's just something they're doing, or maybe it's just something, hey, Tom, why don't you just let him know, or whatever. But who knows? I don't know, because
yeah, him and Mark Ruffalo are big spoilers.
Well, remember the big thing where they supposedly gave Tom Holland the fake script?
Yeah.
That was the big thing. And he even posted it. He had the picture of it on his table, like script for Avengers or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
But that kind of ties in with the Avengers movie.
What?
Oh, it does. Far From Home. I don't know.
I was reading an article the other day, and apparently they said there was upwards to 12 characters that will not be returning to the Marvel Universe.
I heard 8 stay, 12 gone.
Or something to that.
Something like that.
Or 8 gone, 12 staying, something like that.
Yeah.
But, and when I say characters, I mean the actual actors or whatever are probably going to be moving on.
Yeah.
They might introduce a new whatever character in that genre of it or whatever.
Phase 2.
Yeah.
Or Phase 3. Is it Phase 3?
Oh, no, they're on Phase 4 right now.
Phase 4?
Yeah, and then everything will reboot after this. So.
Yeah.
But they already signed on to do a new Guardians, a new Black Panther has already been given the go-ahead for a sequel.
Well, it should have. I've yet to see Black Panther, too.
Oh, it's really good.
I know it's good. Everybody in the world loves it, except for the person who hasn't seen it, me.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
Some more movie news. How about some Indiana Jones 5?
Oh, yeah.
Slated to come out. They actually had a release date, July 10th, 2020. That ain't happening now.
Oh, no? What happened?
apparently it's been pushed back. The production was supposed to start early next year, but
Yeah.
now their screenwriters and everything have left, and so now they're trying to find new screenwriters and I guess there's conflicts in scheduling and some things. So now it's like everything's just kind of like boom, pushed way back. Now they're looking possibly 2021 or 2022 release if Harrison Ford's still alive by then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as they don't give us a Shia LaBeouf,
Oh my
whatever his
gosh,
name
Shia
is,
LaBeouf, yeah.
as long as they don't give us another one of his
Well, here's a question, Mike, I
series.
could pose to you. Now, being they're going with the Indiana Jones 5, not just a reboot. Do you think they should stick with that? Do you think they
No,
should
I
go
think
ahead
they
and
should.
reboot it?
I think they should pretend it never happened and
Well,
continue
no, no,
on in the
no. I mean, Indiana
storyline.
Jones 4 was one, but they're doing Indiana Jones 5. What I'm saying is, do you think they should keep going with the franchise, or do you think they should just go ahead and reboot it, or just leave it alone?
I think they should leave it alone. Personally, I think it had its purpose and just let it be. I mean, there's
Well, it
enough of
was yeah, it
them.
was awesome for what it way back
Yeah,
in the '80s when it came out. It was
yeah.
that was one of the
And the
best
Crystal
series.
Skull was just it was
It was the
terrible.
best trilogy ever made, I think. Trilogy. Well, I mean, the first one was phenomenal. It
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then of course you got Indiana Jones: Temple of Doom, which was good. It was a little more darker,
Hmm.
and then of course Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was throw a big star power in there, throw some uh, Sean Connery in there.
Yeah.
So that was really good too. But
I just don't think that. I think they need to stop with the remakes of the movies. I really do. I just think, okay, we've seen them. They made them. They had their success for what they are. Stop trying to remake them.
yeah, you see a lot of that nowadays. It's like movies haven't even been out for 5 to 10 years and they're already rebooting.
Yeah. Now I say that, but I like the Ghostbusters remake, which is kind of hypocritical of
See,
me.
and I know we before there was big talks of like Chris Pratt filling in for
Yeah.
the Indiana Jones, and honestly, I think that would be phenomenal. I
Really.
think he'd do a fantastic job
Yeah, he's a pretty
because
good
of his
actor.
his sense of just action, his sense of comedy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think he would. Honestly, I think he'd do a phenomenal job in it.
Really.
I
I,
do.
I I can see him doing good at it. I just don't want to see him doing good at it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I
And the thing about it is, if they do something like that, if for some reason they do reboot it, I would wish that they would still stick with the time era back in the 30s and 40s.
yeah.
I would hope they would just stick with that and not like make it more modern or whatever,
Yeah.
because that's just what made it great. It was back then. There was no like super sci-fi or whatever, no crystal skulls or anything. Well, I'm saying that's just what made it awesome
Blasphemy.
because it was just like especially the whole World War II aspect of it, back in the 30s and 40s
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It just made it awesome, I thought.
It did. I'm a big fan of the originals. I just the Crystal Skull. I couldn't stomach to finish it.
Yeah.
I watched most of it. I just couldn't. Just didn't stick with me.
Unfortunately, we watched it on our birthday. Ken and I did. So,
Happy birthday!
yeah.
I know Kent was all excited too. He was like down in his Indiana Jones
He did,
suit and
yeah. He had it
everything.
on and everything.
Yep. So I feel bad for him now.
Um,
His birthday was spoiled.
the Witcher series is going through. They've already started casting.
Yeah. Who did
For
they just got the lead? Who did they cast as the lead?
I hadn't seen nothing on it yet. I know they were starting the casting call for Geralt and Yennefer,
Uh-huh.
but I haven't seen who they casted on it yet.
I can't remember. My brain is not good. I've been so busy this week. I know that I think they have the lead casted, and I think
Do they?
and there's a lot of people in the fandom world that are upset.
Huh. I'll have to look into it. I did not see anything on it
Yeah,
yet.
next week's show we'll touch back on this.
Yeah, we'll see what it is and get back to you and let you know for sure.
Yeah, here, let me write that down so I don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget. Um, but it's a Netflix series, and what they've been doing here lately, I would expect that they would keep going, knocking it out of the park. I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
their original stuff has just been phenomenal. So I'm kind of looking forward to it myself.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen The Rain yet?
No, I have not.
That's it's a net they could call it a Netflix original, but it's not. It's from Denmark. It's a
Really?
TV show, and it's all American dubbed over. The voices are dubbed over.
Huh.
But basically, what happened? It's an awesome show. It's basically what happens is a virus gets loose in the atmosphere, and if the rain touches you, you become infected and die.
Oh wow.
So it's about
Oh, you know, I did see the little trailer on that.
yeah, it's really good. I liked it. It's got one season out so far on Netflix, and it was a surprise. It was a surprise sleeper. So when you get caught up on American Horror Story, The Rain,
Let's check that out.
that's pretty good. I don't want to go too much into detail because of the spoilers.
More series announced. Big one, Halo.
Yeah, Halo on Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Rupert Wyatt's going to be directing. Kyle Killen's going to be executive producer. Of course, Amblin Entertainment's going to be producing it, which is owned by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
I guess Showtime ordered the series for it. So we'll
Yeah, they
see what
ordered 2
happens.
seasons, I think.
Yeah, we'll see what happens if they can do it right.
Yeah, Showtime's been okay. These movie channels, HBO and stuff, they've been doing pretty good with making series. See, Showtime no Stars did Ash, right?
Ash for Evil Dead. Yeah.
Yeah, that was Stars. So I mean, Stars did good. HBO's done good. So maybe it's time for Showtime to do good. So it's movies. Did you read that Jurassic World has had their fastest drop since opening weekend out of the whole franchise history?
I knew it dropped some like 30-40% from something. I knew it dropped pretty big, but it was still making pretty good money. But
Yeah, they said it was the fastest drop for a Jurassic Park movie.
really?
Even the 4 and 3 or whatever.
Wow. They still predicted to go over $1 billion.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's made quite a bit of money.
Oh, I know it made 800 million. Is that what it made? 800
It's
million
close to
opening
that,
weekend? Yeah.
Well, total so
Total
far for the
worldwide.
seconds,
Yeah.
But yeah, they said they're still predicting it to go over $1 billion.
Well, that's good. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to take the daughter to go see it here.
It was
probably
decent.
next week.
It was okay.
I heard spoilers and stuff. I don't want to spoil my daughter. Hey, internet is so. I love the internet, but sometimes social media can be such a. I don't want to say a biatch, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's you avoiding spoilers. Okay, you're doing everything you can not to click on stuff, and then some idiot will put in the title the spoiler of the.
Like Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like, why do that to us? Why do that to us?
DC.
DC.
You heard about them?
No, what about
DC has announced their own streaming service.
Oh, yes, I did hear that.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody will do that.
I don't know. I mean, it's like you see something and it's like, we're going to do our streaming service. Let's just capitalize and jump in the bandwagon, get our own streaming service. Which, it's cool because there's a lot of the older DC stuff that people might want to watch, old Superman, stuff like that, this and that. But it's like, why don't you just come up with one streaming service for all of them? Just call it superhero streaming service or something.
Yeah.
And just have all of it, everything on one thing. Have Marvel and everything combined. Just like, look, we'll split the revenue. Here you go.
That's a good point.
So, but I guess I can kind of understand because Marvel's like made a crap ton of money where DC really hasn't.
Yeah,
So,
Marvel is raking it in. And speaking of Disney, they have successfully bought out Fox 21.
Yep, for like $71 million or something.
Billion.
I know it's way up there.
Billion, yeah.
The original numbers were like 50 some billion, but now it's like 70.
Well, then Comcast said they wanted to buy Fox. I think it was Comcast. And then Disney upped its thing, well, Fox was going to accept Disney's bid, but then Comcast overbid them. So then Disney came back with like $20 billion more and included a cash deal and not all stock and passed the trade commission and everything. So it's pretty much a done deal. We're going to get X-Men and Fantastic Four in our Marvel universe.
Man, when every one of Disney's movies they put out makes $1 billion, they'll have that movie back they'll have that money back in like 2-3 years.
I know.
That's like, hey, yeah, we're putting out $1 billion franchise movies.
What's the big deal?
Yeah, really.
So that makes all all of Marvel home except for the Spider-Man franchise.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Sticking with um, some streaming services, how about this? CBS. Have they have their app
All
now.
access, yeah.
Well, now they said that they will show every NFL game on their streaming service that they air. So you'll have access to even if you're not in that market. If CBS airs it, you'll be able to watch it.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
So that's one good thing, I guess, about it.
I got Sunday NFL ticket. I don't have it this year yet. I'm determining if I can afford it, but I'll probably end up with it. I can't miss my Packer games, man.
Oh yeah.
You can't miss your Cowboy games.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with them.
Yeah. But I want to say Fallout 76 is getting close, and Bethesda came out the other day, yesterday or today, and said some dire words to Sony. They said cross-platform play is not going to happen because Sony is a bunch of crapheads.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Todd Howard come out and said that.
Yeah. They didn't say exactly word for word as what I just said. I just ad-libbed a little bit in there. But yeah, because of Sony refusing to do cross-platform play, Fallout 76 will not have it. Which is really, it hurts. It doesn't hurt Sony or anything. It hurts the gamers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It hurts. That's like, okay, I look at cross-platform play as like, okay, you own an AMD Athlon processor. I own an Intel Celeron processor. We can still play games against each other, even though I'm a fanboy of Intel and you're a fan of AMD.
Well, it's like if you own a, Dell computer and I own a, know, Hewlett Packard or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's the system's still the same.
Yeah.
It's just you're getting on the same servers.
Right. Exactly.
And Sony doesn't want to release that.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It should just get off your ass, Sony. Release it. Let us have some cross-platform play. Let us school some PlayStation 4 players. Let us blow up their houses.
And we'll see.
I'm really worried about the Fallout 76 because it might turn into a game where every time you log off, some 10-year-old kid's going to destroy your base.
I don't know. I don't think it's. Todd Howard explained it.
Okay, he did? I didn't read that.
Yeah, there's an article. I'll have to find it again. I'll send it to you. But he explained it to where it would be basically your world, and you'd have, even though everyone's there, it's like they would have to be invited to your world still to be able to do anything in it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Something to that nature. I'd have to go back and show you the article.
I'll have to look into it more. But I'm excited.
I guess it's to keep people from coming and just killing you every time and ruining your gameplay.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. It's going to kind of reduce the replay value if every time you log out, somebody destroys your base.
Yeah.
But I'll have to look into it more. But because it's like an MMO basically, so
yeah,
that's my perception on it. That's what's going to happen
with regular Fallout elements. So.
Yeah, well, that's cool. So Infinity War, the Blu-ray's coming, and it's going to have 30 extra minutes of Thanos' backstory.
Oh.
Yep. So if you buy the Blu-ray copy, you're going to get 30 minutes of backstory on Thanos. They edited out.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome to me.
The movie is 2.5 hours long anyway.
Yeah, so that'll make it 3 hours long. Oh, it's a good movie. I'll watch it again. I want to see Thanos' backstory.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
For those of you who don't know.
Well, I know because you told me. But I still like to see it on film.
They're making the live action Sonic movie.
Yes.
Did you see they signed on Jim
Carrey? Yeah.
Like Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, I saw that.
That'll be interesting.
Is it going to be CGI or is it going to be live action?
I'm assuming it's going to be CGI.
Yeah, that's what I would assume that it'd be. They'd have a CGI Sonic in there and maybe like Drew Carey with some CGI elements on him, but part of him?
Possibly.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see Jim Carrey. He's actually he plays a pretty good villain.
Oh yeah. Also, I know you don't like Tom Cruise.
I don't care that it's his birthday.
It is not his birthday, but
It is his birthday.
is it today's birthday?
Yes,
Oh,
today
well,
is his birthday.
that's funny. I bring this up then.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing a Top Gun 2 finally.
Yes.
And do you see they cast? You remember his wingman, his
Goose,
partner Goose.
Mongoose.
They cast his son.
Yeah, they casted his son for the. Yeah, I saw. I just don't remember who they casted.
It was down to 3 people, and they finally picked the guy who's going to play him. But Miles Teller's going to play his son.
Oh, okay.
Which I like Miles Teller a lot.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's been in a lot of good movies. So
awesome.
Um,
But yeah, I will go see Top Gun sequel part 2, but not because Cruise is in it, but because I like the story.
well, we'll see what happens. I'm predicting.
Did Mongoose have? Oh no, his wife was pregnant when he died.
Yeah.
They didn't have the baby yet.
Mm-mm.
She was pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to be kind of the whole where Tom Cruise is going to be like the trainer now at the Top Gun Academy or whatever.
Probably.
So kind of like how Rocky is to Creed or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of like that, passing on the torch type thing. So
that'd be cool. And eventually, hopefully, Tom Cruise will move away from the franchise forever.
We'll see what happens.
And it'll go on.
I saved a couple of big ones here that I've been holding on to.
You've been holding on to them?
Yeah.
I got one big one, too.
We've been talking about, we just had our show with the E3 and everything else, and some of the games that weren't even talked about.
Yeah.
One of the big ones that we would also look for was the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yes.
Well, Tetsuya Nomura was the game director for Final Fantasy VII. He straight up would come out and said they announced this game way too early. He said after the E3 show this last year, he said it should have never even been announced last year at all, or 2 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
They said it should have never even been announced. They said he don't even think it should have been announced this year.
Wow.
He said they're that far behind on development. So
that's a big game.
It is, but he even come out. But I got to give him kudos for him to come out and say, "Hey, we were wrong. They should have never announced nothing."
Well, that's good.
So
I'm excited for it. It's probably one of the only No, that's not true. There's a bunch of PlayStation games I'm looking forward to playing. End of Days, is that the name of it? The zombie one? End of Days.
Yeah, End of Days.
I'm looking forward to that one. Pretty hardcore.
Next year.
Yeah. Pretty not so much into the Last of Us and that, but End of Days. I'm a zombie survivor.
Last of Us 2.
Yeah. I know we covered that. Most of the shit's next year. Excuse my language. But here I'll say my big one. I already told you that scientists this week have successfully come up with a vaccine to cure prostate and breast cancer. That it's been 87 out of 90 mice infected with cancer had the vaccine injected into them. 87 of them were cured afterwards, which is amazing. They came out with the HPV vaccine that has worked for ovarian cancer and stuff and HPV, and now they're coming up with breast cancer and prostate cancer or whatever. So a cure for all cancer might be possible in our lifetime, even though we didn't think it would be. So I think that's big news. I know it's not geek news. I just think it's big news.
It's kind of geek news. But I'll tell you my geek news.
Okay, what's your geek news?
My big one. New details on Death Stranding.
Oh, the Postman game?
Yeah. Well, apparently the Death Stranding, or the creatures, that's what they're called, Death Stranding.
Yeah, okay.
Norman Reedus' character is named Sam Bridges.
Okay.
And apparently the world is caught in a limbo between life and death. So I guess he's trying to figure out how to get the world out of this limbo. So a little more details on it, so that's not too bad.
Sounds like it might actually have a story, because the previews and the trailers that they've showed us have not showed us a dang thing about it.
But now that I see more details on it, I mean, it seems like it maybe. But
maybe it's more than being a futuristic postman.
But we still got. I still think we're a good year and a half, 2 years out away from it, though. So we still got. Maybe we'll get some more.
Might not even be this generation. I bet you.
Who knows? Kojima said he will have it out before the 2020 Olympics in Japan.
Okay.
So we'll see how that works out.
Well, that's all I got for today.
That is all I have too. Thank you everybody for listening to us. Sorry about last week, but we are going on. We're going to have some shows coming up, maybe a new top 5 coming up.
Yes, new top 5.
We haven't done that in a while.
No, we haven't. We just got to come up with a plan.
Yeah, if any of you out there think of a top 5, want to be on the show via on live or even on phone, let us know. We can patch you in. And
Yeah, you could tell us anywhere: Twitter, Instagram, email, whatever. You name it.
yeah,
Website.
Yeah, website, Facebook, YouTube, all of it. We got it all.
Yep. Just let us know. Have a happy and safe 4th of July.
Be careful out there.
Nobody blows their fingertips off. I don't want to. I don't want to read about you fans in the newspaper tomorrow.
No, we sure don't.
Or Thursday.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for you guys. You guys remember, don't get loaded.
Get reloaded.